Brandon Boston and the Kentucky Wildcats may be actually going head-to-head against Javon Quinterly and Sharif Cooper in the near future. And also, man, Zion Harmon is back in action after being away and people not really knowing where he is. So stay tuned to find out what he's been up to and everything that's going on in this basketball scene. Now, before I get in this video, I just want to make sure you guys give a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoy the latest and greatest basketball content out here, let's get into it. Now, Brandon Boston, one of the most highly recruited players out of high school. Of course, he played at Sierra Canyon and was getting buckets over there. Played with Bronny James and Zaire Wade. Is now and may be going head-to-head against Javon Quinterly. Now, Javon Quinterly is another guard from the New Jersey area. Of course, he was in the Jelly Fam, and a lot of people have really been wondering what's he been up to. Now, he actually does play at Alabama, and currently Kentucky is scheduled to play Alabama on January 12th. Now, this is going to be one exciting game because Kentucky has been struggling for a while now. People are really questioning the team because, of course, they were losing a whole lot of games early in the season, and that is going to, of course, question the players that the coach recruited. Now, Brandon Boston, on the other hand, has been averaging about 13 points per game, and he's doing pretty well on the court, but the team as a whole is not doing the greatest. Now, they also do have some notable players like Terrence Clark, who played for Brewster Academy, which is where Zaire Wade currently is at. And man, I think this team has a whole lot of talent, but going head-to-head against Javon Quinterly, I think they will definitely have a tough time. Now, Alabama is ranked 9-3, while Kentucky is ranked 4-6. And definitely with Kentucky coming out slow and Alabama looking like they're doing pretty well, that is going to be a great matchup to see. Do you think Brandon Boston is going to win that matchup? And do you think Kentucky is really going to beat out Javon Quinterly and Alabama, or do you think Javon Quinterly is going to lead the team? Now, of course, it's questionable if Javon Quinterly will actually play, because in his most recent game, they had scheduled to play against Auburn, which is Sharif Cooper's team. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, Javon Quinterly did not play. So hopefully he does get in there and we do get to see him play. But Kentucky's next game, which is going to be another great one, is this coming Saturday when they go head-to-head against Auburn. Now, Sharif Cooper against Terrence Clark, Brandon Boston, Devin Askew is going to be one game that you are not going to want to miss. Now, of course, Sharif Cooper just got back into things after the NCAA did have him under investigation for really unclear reasons that they didn't release to the public. And now he's back in action, and everyone is waiting to see this matchup because, of course, these are guards that were highly recruited in high school and have a whole lot of clout to them. Sharif Cooper was averaging about 30 points back in high school, and Devin Askew, Terrence Clark, and Brandon Boston were all great players in high school that get buckets and were easily top 100 players in the country. Now, we want to see this matchup, and I want you guys to let me know, who do you think is going to win this game? Now, this is going to be a great game for Sharif Cooper to show what he's been working on. He's been out of the scene for a while now. And of course, his last game that he just played, he had 26, and that was his first game back. So hopefully we see him go head-to-head and really take on Brandon Boston and this whole Kentucky Wildcats team. And I guess we will see who is going to win that one. Now, Kentucky has been on a roll, and they're winning a couple games now. So I think they've definitely caught some momentum. But for sure, these are going to be some great matchups. And I think Sharif Cooper and Auburn as well, I think him being back on the team really gives them a different type of dynamic where he leads the team and helps them score, which is really what they were missing. And of course, with him back, he's a leader on the court. And I think these are going to be some great games to see. So I guess we'll just have to tune in and wait to see who wins the games. Now, on the other hand, some really exciting news. Zion Harmon is back in the spotlight once again. Now, as many of you guys should know, Zion Harmon was one of the best players in high school basketball. He's actually currently ranked 49th in the senior class, but he's been playing basketball and doing this EYBL thing for a very long time. He actually was playing EYBL, which is the Nike AAU circuit, and he actually played there back in 7th grade. He was the youngest player to actually play in the EYBL circuit. So for sure, he was one of these players that everyone thought was going to stand out and be one of the best out here. Now, he really hasn't grown too much, but of course his game is on point. As far as scoring goes, dribbling the ball and getting his teammates involved, he has that down for sure, and has really been one of those players that everyone has been wondering what's going on with him. Now, I know I'm not the only one that thought that Zion Harmon had graduated from high school. He's definitely seems like he's been in the spotlight for a while now, since he's just been playing varsity as well as EYBL for such a long time. Now, Zion had offers from really all the top programs in the country: Kansas, Kentucky, Louisville, LSU, Seton Hall, any college you could name, he pretty much had an offer from. But it's very interesting to see that he actually committed to Western Kentucky. Now, he is from the Kentucky area. Now, this may be due to the fact that he wants to stay home, but we really don't know too much about the Western Kentucky team and why he didn't try to go to one of these top other programs. Now, he is only 5'10" and about 175 pounds, so one issue may be here that he may struggle at a bigger school because of his size. Of course, when you go to any school like Kansas or Kentucky or a big name school, you're going to have huge players there. Everyone is probably 6'3" or above, and when it gets to the higher levels, players only get taller and their skills are only better. So this is something that he probably factored into. Now, previously Zion was having a lot of issues with playing high school basketball because of the amount of times he had switched schools. Now, in Kentucky, it looks like there is a rule stating that if you're a senior, you have to sit out a year before you're able to actually play at the school's team. Now, this is what really held Zion back and didn't allow him to play like everyone wanted him to, and it's a very strange rule, being that it's just high school, but in this case that is the rule that Kentucky has put in place, which is why it's really been taking Zion so long for us to see him play in a high school season. Now, of course, he's always been on the EYBL circuit for a while now, but this reason really prevented him from playing, and I think in the long term, since he already had so many college offers and a lot of interest, only gave him more time to develop and really polish his skills. Now, Zion actually is back and just started off his senior season dropping 30 points. Now, he's definitely looking impressive, and hopefully he does do well this season, but for sure his season has been impacted because of everything going on and a lot of cancellations happening. But it's good to see him back on the court and that he's playing, and hopefully we will see him in the future doing well at Western Kentucky. I know a lot of people have been wondering what's he been up to, but for sure he's clearly been putting in a lot of work if he's scoring 30 his first game back, and hopefully he can play well enough where we'll see him in the NBA. I think he's one of these guys that has really trusted the process and put in a whole lot of work to this point so that he can make sure when he goes to college that he can flourish at the school. Now, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how he does at that brand new school. But I want you guys to let me know, first and foremost, who do you think is going to win the matchup, Kentucky against Alabama? Do you think Jahvon Quinerly is going to take it if he plays? Or do you think Brandon Boston and Terrence Clark are going to take it over and win that game? And also, do you think Sharif Cooper is going to come out and destroy Kentucky? Or do you think Kentucky's going to win that one? And lastly, Zion Harmon, do you think he is good enough to make the NBA? Or do you think college is the best route for him? Or do you think he should have not gone to college and instead tried to go to the G League route? Let me know. Make sure you comment down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to get a notification every time I upload a new video. It's LNH and I'm out.